What's going on? This is TK Pryor coming at you with some serious talk, serious honesty. And I really want to, just be real with me and talk to me with some common sense and some education that supposedly everybody has in terms of the average person with a degree who prides themselves on having a piece of paper from a prestigious organization. The concept of degree is supposed to mean that you have intelligence and you're smarter than the people who don't have that piece of paper. But the problem is that never really proves to be true because I always like to talk to people. I like to talk to people and have an open mind about what you have to say and what's important to you in terms of your perspective. But when people hold to a perspective that has nothing to do with facts and only to do with what someone told them, that's not education, that's not enlightenment, and that's not having an open dialogue about anything. So, the anytime anybody says anything to me, when it comes to business, it's always about price. Because I don't brand myself with any particular company. I don't talk about the name of this company, the name of that company. What I try to do is brand myself as a business person that wants to succeed financially and wants to help other people succeed financially. That's what I talk about. That's what I try to point you in the right direction, right? And I point out simple things like the state of the economy, the reason that you should do something to protect your finances, what suggestions I throw out there, and then ask you what are you doing to protect your financial income and what is your level of inflation insurance. Because some people debate whether or not inflation is real when you can feel it. That's like arguing with someone about air. I don't think air is real. Well, you're breathing, so whether you can see it, you think it's real, you have a result of. So the conversation is always on the debate side of whether or not inflation is real and whether or not it's going to affect you, whether or not that's a part of your life or will be a part of your life. And I don't like to go there with people. If you think inflation is not real and you think it's not going to affect you, then okay, that explains why you don't have a inflation insurance or any type of sound, concrete plan of action for maintaining your financial future, creating wealth in your life. Because those are the things that I talk about, and that's the only thing I try to brand myself on is the concept that other people are pushing lotions, potions, cookies, and dough where I'm pushing financial education, you adapting strategies that hopefully will promote you to wealth, giving you time freedom, giving you the ability to make stronger decisions. And that's what my concentration is. That was my focus, and that's my only goal in these conversations. Okay? So if you come to me and you say that, well, the company that you represent I believe is overpriced. And I say, well, the industry itself, the metals industry, is manipulated and controlled right now. So the price being reflected in the markets actually is a low or down price. Because, of course, when the price of gold is down, it makes metal look, or I should say, it makes paper money look strong in comparison to gold. So, if the market was actually based on supply and demand, there was no way that the price would be pushing $1,000 an ounce for gold and just over $14 an ounce spot for silver. So, most of the price in the market right now is based on paper, where there's a lot of shorts. People who are not buying physical and not taking possession of physical metal. So I'm never really coming into it with price. But okay, let's talk about price in comparison to, all right? Now, I promoted or I posted a video that talks about this company in comparison to the company that somebody threw at me, and the price they threw at me was almost $52 for 1 gram from what they felt like was a more notable uh, mint, or I should say refinery. And I can see it on the notoriety behind the refinery, but his conceit was that both are equal and one is cheaper, and that if you're gonna buy bullion, you should buy it cheaper or at the lowest price possible. So my concept was, okay, look, what price is lower than free? Because within our system, they allow you to earn free as an incentive and then free as an auto savings when it comes out of commissions. Well, the argument came up, well, if it comes out of commissions, then it's not free. And I said, well, if the money was never yours to begin with and you would have never earned it, how is it not free when it's technically not coming out of your pocket? You see, so you're not paying for it out of your own pocket. So that's where the term free comes from, even when you say taking it out of commissions. So the debate went on, and I don't know who's seen it, and maybe you're not on my Facebook, so you don't know. I'm not going to reference it, but what I will say is that if you make distinctions between one product and another, and that's what I did. I made distinctions in terms of gold bullion being marked with DNA, blacklight technology on the SA, hologram on the SA. Those are distinctions. When we talk about the highest lamination available in the business, those are distinctions. So instead of classifying those distinctions, he just labeled them as ploys, marketing ploys to get you to spend more money. So I said, well, a distinction will always separate you in security and anti-counterfeiting, right? Otherwise, why put the distinction on your gold bullion? So we'll leave it at that. But I think everyone has the ability to make a conscious decision based on facts, not based on what somebody told you. I presented facts. I was basically summed up as, oh, that's juice that I'm smoking, meaning that I've been brainwashed by somebody else's words. And I don't try to operate that way. I don't like anybody to just give me something and I accept it as gospel. I like to be given information and then let me read for myself, let me vet that information in terms of where I stand with my opinion after I've read everything. Okay, so I don't like to come from the standpoint of so-and-so told me that this is the highest quality gold on the market. No. What I'm saying is, this is the reason why it's the highest quality of gold on the market. This is what distinguishes it from the company that you just mentioned. And this is why price is not the primary concern when you talk about gold. Asset protection is the primary concern in relation to a deflationary dollar that daily loses value. Okay? So I want to encourage everyone out there, everyone who normally watches my videos, if you're seeing the dialogue on my Facebook, just understand apples to apples, understand distinctions are distinctions, and understand how I market myself as a person who wants to help other people financially succeed. Because whether you buy gold from one company or another, what I always say is buy private mint. Because government mint is owned by the person who minted it, who commissioned it to be minted. Okay? If you're not the person that commissioned the mint, then you don't own it, you're just a beneficiary. So understand that about any type of gold. All right? Government mint. All right? FDR approved that government means you are the beneficiary. And any given time, they can take it back because they are the owner. Okay, understand that. That's very important. Then the other thing I say is that ownership in private mint means that you have the receipt, you have the invoice to prove that you commissioned it, and because that's a serial numbered bar, you can reference it in the Gold Bullion Bank to your invoice, and it will tell you that it was commissioned on this date, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's true ownership, all right, of that gold bullion. And then lastly, even if you choose to buy from some of the other companies, and there's about, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 that fit the same category, and you feel like that's the best way to go, then go there. But another distinction that this company offers is that they pay you commissions to infinity, and they have free storage. Now, out of all the other companies I looked at, even the one that I was just referenced, that is another distinction that the other company did not have. They did not have the free storage, nor did they have the infinity payment system on commissions. Okay? This is not an MLM company. This is an e-commerce website that pays referral commissions to infinity. And I haven't seen another gold bullion company that has the same thing and it offers the same thing. So that's another distinction that I want to point out to you guys, is that if you refer someone else to buy this gold bullion, the company will pay you a commission to infinity, where no other company that sells this quality or this type of gold bullion offers that same thing. So I hope this helps you to understand. I only want to point out facts. I only want to come at you with things that can be vetted and that give you the information and let you decide what's best for you given the information. So if you're thinking about buying gold bullion, consider gold bullion from this company. If you want to know the website, the link is associated with the video, and you can participate in the distinctions that we have. And the distinctions is the only thing I like to point out. Different things that separate us from other companies. All right? Because when I look at spending money, I'm trying to look at it from a bank's perspective. Think like a bank. What is the cost per acquisition? And then what is the return on investment? How is the appreciation value in relation to other depreciating? And that's how you evaluate a product. Evaluate it and think about it in terms of being a bank. What is it that I gain? What is it that I have to give? And is it worth it after weighing those two things? All right, I'm here to help you. I brand myself as a person who just wants to see other people succeed financially through financial education and IQ, meaning the more knowledge you have, the better decisions you can make.